On the last episode of Sailing Free Spirit, we left Southwold in the dark to make an epic journey to Wells. But with too strong a tide against us, we decided to about turn and visit Lowestoft instead. We discovered the most easterly point of England and its sweet shop before having to do some unexpected jury rig repairs on the engine. A few days later, we enjoyed a nice relaxing sail towards Grimsby until we were hit by some nasty weather in the Humber. Stay tuned and see how we fared. Good morning. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. So it's about 9:30. I've had 4 hours sleep. I'm not going anywhere today. But the facilities here thankfully are very nice. We are in a locked area. So use the on-site facilities. You guys got no idea how relieved we were to get here last night. One of the things that was really frustrating was people not responding to me on the radio. So I figured I would check out all my aerial connections. This is the VHF aerial. That's not supposed to happen. So I need to fix that today. So with just 5 hours sleep inside of me, I set about making sure every antenna connection on the radio was made good and soldered. But with only 5 hours sleep inside of us, we were exhausted, didn't feel much, and then went back to sleep. So we are having this morning, cooked by me. I am Galley Boy today. I've got porridge and apples and coffee. I'm Galley Boy because Nina is skipper.
My turn now. I'm going to wear the trousers.
And we've got the charts out. We've got the Harwich to Whitby charts.
Oh, not a good start. 3, 4, 6. We've got it wrong. 3, 5, 6.
Okay, so we're coming out of Grimsby, the River Humber.
Out there. Maybe a little bit offshore, Flamborough Head. Missed the East Cardinal. Scarborough. Having a lovely day in Scarborough. Are we going to Scarborough Fair?
Yeah, why not? Let's go to Scarborough Fair. So yesterday I spent some time fixing that aerial cable that I showed you was broken. Thanks very much to Dennis off Boat Zara, who had a spare connector and end connector. So that was brilliant. I managed to connect that up. Radio is working. We also had a chat with Humber VTS last night, just to make sure that we knew exactly where we were meant to go and that they were expecting us, just to make sure that everything goes okay and according to plan. He was really, really helpful. Darren at Humber VTS, thank you very much for chatting through things and explaining a few things that weren't on our charts that's going on, floating pipes and bits and bobs in the anchorage areas. As the weather came in on us the other night as we were coming in, the red flashing buoys that we were heading towards disappeared, and we thought that was maybe bad weather and just bad visibility. And we did ask him about that and say they literally disappeared. They weren't even faint. And he explained that the solar system that they have on them may not be enough to keep them lit all night. And so he's going out or sending a boat out to have a look at some of them. That made me feel good because I just thought I could not see something I should have been. But it may not have been there, evidently. Okay, because Nina is skipper today, it means I am Galley Boy, and I'm going to make us our lunch and evening meal all in one big pot. There it is. It's a little system it's a hair box thing. You might have seen it before. It's going to consist of an onion, a British celeriac, half a butternut squash, some dried mushrooms that we got from the HK shop in Plymouth, and the lady there was lovely. That was Dawn. Thank you again, Dawn. When we told her that we were going to head across around the UK, on a boat. She was very excited for us and gave us loads and loads of stuff for free. Stuff that was going out of date mainly, and she knew she wouldn't be able to sell it, so she gave it to us rather than throw it out. Brilliant. And that included some Thai green curry paste. So all of this Thai green curry paste in a pot, heat it up, rice in the other pot, heat it up, stick it in here, and in a few hours time it's going to be lush. Let's get on with that.
One of the things Richard does to me whenever I'm in the middle of preparing food is to call me to assist with something up on deck. I wanted him to have the full galley boy experience, and so I, naturally, called him away from his food preparation to pull some of the ropes. I'll let him continue cooking later when the boat is bouncing on the waves. Richard!
Fish start, Mariana.
Mariana, yes, so follow the wind cat 31.
Understood, playing it out.
Look, there's Fern Head, very clearly.
Yeah.
Lovely. That was the one we were kind of going to night before last. And we can see it.
Could not see that last night. Love nor money.
BTS Humber, BTS Humber, BTS Humber. This is Yacht Moyana, Yacht Moyana, Yacht Moyana, over.
Yacht Moyana, BTS Humber.
Hello, we'd just like permission to cross the traffic separation, please, over.
Moyana, BTS Humber. Request you remain to the south of the 2 Bravo. Remain to the south of the 2 Bravo. Do not cross the traffic lane until the outward bound vessel Expert is past your station. Call again when the container vessel Expert is passing the 2 Bravo. Over.
Roger that, over.
This is Expert. She is a cargo vessel that is 140 metres long and 22 metres wide. It's good to keep out of her way, and so we dutifully obeyed our instructions. They gave us permission to cross the channel. We had to wait for the big tanker. We're allowed to go, which is nice. But we are getting one heck of a bumpy ride. Not sure if you can see that, but that is a standing wave caused by the fact the seabed goes up from 10 metres to 2 metres as a shelf. It's called Outer Banks, and it is just outside the River Humber. So we're out of the Humber, we're underway, we're heading north, autopilot's on. What little wind there is on the nose, about 8 knots of wind. Tide is pushing us this way, so we're making 7 knots through the water. Engine's at 1500 RPM, and I need to finish cooking. It's not recommended to cook while you're in waters like this, but I guess sometimes you just have to do what you have to do. Otherwise, we'd go hungry.
Smelling good.
Smelling good already. All I'm doing is cutting onions. Woo! No, I don't want a big knife. I could probably cut less fingers off with a small knife. Did you say you want broccoli in it as well? no idea what this is going to taste like. I'd been down below for about 25 minutes finishing off the food preparation and finally got it into the cooker before I had to go upstairs and just try and settle my stomach. But thankfully, we got the results just as we crossed the meridian. Hooray! Happy meridian times!
We had a swap of roles today, so Richard did more cooking and I did more helming, and I think we both learnt quite a lot. So it isn't easy to cook when it's not flat.
It's certainly not.
And you do need to sort of pay attention the whole day through if you're skipper. Like, there's no sort of like taking your mind off it, and being aware of everything. So that was good. Yeah, I learnt loads. So I was skipper for the day, wasn't I?
She was indeed skipper, and I wish I'd have been filming when she brought the boat in to where we are now here in Scarborough. Look at this. I mean, it's just such a tight little place, but she did a quick U-ey and brought her in so gently. It was perfect. I was actually quite jealous of how well she did. But yeah, I think it's time that we went and enjoyed a little bit of Scarborough.
Definitely, yeah.
Look at this fella with his flags out. There's another boat with flags out. And another boat over there with flags out. I think we're going to put our flags up. Sadly, the flags are stuck all the way up there. So Nina and I are now hoisting the webbing ladder. And I'm going up. So let's see how that works out. Performing aerial aerobics without a safety net.
Your foot's not in.
Hey Nina, give us a wave.
All for flags. All for flags.
All for flags. Well, I have to say, all for flags, yes. I'd say that was a pretty successful test. I mean, normally I would do it also with the second halyard on as safety, but being as it was the second halyard that I had to go and get down, yeah, success. Well, would you look at that? Boat stands. You sail your boat into its stand, the tide goes out, and your fin keel boat doesn't fall over. Boat stands in the water. I'm impressed with that. Okay, so we're leaving Scarborough now. Doesn't that look amazing, that headland there? And now what we've got to do is to play Dodge the Fisherman's Flags. Yes, in this game today you score 0 points for picking up a fisherman's flag. It's ridiculous how many fishermen's flags are here right outside this little port. I suppose they need to catch some fish and crabs and stuff, but please, not in my highway. We've had all sorts today. We've had double reefs in the sails because it was too windy, and now we're motoring because there's no wind. We've had dolphins. We've had people on the radio whose props had got caught around fishing buoys. I'm not surprised actually, there were so many of them. And now we've got Helm's Lady Nina helming like a lady.
Back in the game.
Back in the game. I've just been having a nice snooze. I'm not sure I actually slept, but it was good to be in the shade for a little while. Because the sun is shining really bright, it's lovely. And the cliffs and the scenery's just been awesome. Well, we've made it all the way to Hartlepool nearly. We are just outside the main shipping channel, and I requested permission to cross, and VTS gave me permission to cross. And then I got a radio call from a rather large boat who's right there. He said, "You're never going to get across that before I get to you, so please don't cross." So I said, "Certainly, I will not cross." Please VTS Moyana, please VTS Moyana, over.
Moyana VTS, Captain.
Sir, can I confirm that you are not picking me up on any AIS equipment? Is that correct, over?
Yeah, that's correct. I don't have any idea where you are at the moment. AIS, all the return from the radar, so it's nothing at the moment.
TVTS, thank you very much. I do have a radar blipper and I do have AIS. Thank you for the information. I shall see to that directly. Have a great day. Moyana out.
And so, having safely crossed the Humber and the Tees, we arrived in good time for the lock gates at Hartlepool Marina from Scarborough. It had taken just over 10 hours to cover the 40 miles we travelled today, with times of easy sailing, relaxing and motoring. And we were glad to arrive here because this is where we were going to spend a few days with Richard's mum. But you won't be able to join us for that. Thanks so much for joining us on our adventure around the UK. We'd love for you to keep in touch, so please hit the subscribe button and the bell, and maybe visit us on Facebook too. Have a great week and see you on the next episode as we head north towards Sunderland.